Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you could see from the title of our presentation, of my presentation, that we are going to talk about a service that started almost 30 years from now, or a little bit more, with a very increasing and rapid increasing demanding in the market, especially in our region. We have seen this morning in one of the presentations, I think it was the first one, that since 1970 and coming to now, there is a very rapid increase in the market and the capacities. Many cement plants are coming in the region. So with this rapid expansion and very increased expansion, start the need or the market for this kind of services. So why it comes? In our region, many of the plants, for very recent time, it was built and owned by the government. And for very obvious reasons, we cannot, or we don't want to talk about it here. So the performance of these plants over time becomes a little bit slow. And they start to need some help from experts or somebody to improve or help them to perform their plants. And then later on, some investors out of the industry start to invest in cement. And also they start to need somebody to help them running their plants, operating their plant, maintaining their plants. And then very obvious also that doing that, all the government and the investors, they start to need to contribute to the local market or to the local people. Many of the plants are built in some developing countries. They need to find jobs for the local people. They need to train them, to teach them how to do the things perfectly. So they need some experts, some people with accumulation of experience to help their people and to start to transfer the know-how. Plus also, if we are offering this service to some investors, then they could leave the day-to-day work, kiln stop, promill stop. Every day they have a problem, they give this headache to somebody else, and they start to go on with new investment, second line or something like that. So this is where we found the people looking after this kind of service in the region. So the traditional approach, as a title, the title is different approaches. Traditional approach started with a complete or overall or what we call technical plant management. That means the manager or the contractor is coming to the plant. He brings a full team from his own, responsible for spare parts, responsible for full guarantees, annual production, energy consumption, some other KPIs. But after a while, we found in ASEC that not all the customers need this kind of, let's say, turnkey service or full service. Because of different needs, because of different countries' regulations or whatever, they may need something else. So we start to think about what we call it multiple solution. We don't go to the customer with only one solution. We could adapt our solution on his needs. So what we're going to talk about in the next few slides, a different kind of O&M. One is O&M contracts excluding spare parts, that means spare parts, and we will see why we could do that or we need to do that. O&M management contracts, so it's only management of O&M, and in other places or other, under a different title, we call it technical assistance, and improving production to achieve the design capacity, or just a specific technical assistance service as part of operation or part of maintenance service. So let me first talk to you about my company. My company, ASEC, is started over 40 years. 1975. It's an Egyptian company.